they've what's the right word I'm looking for here? Decommissioned them, or they've neutralized them when in fact you can't.
Well, yeah, what are you going to do with the plutonium that they
Exactly.
made these things out of? Oh, I know. Let's stick it in ancient nuclear reactors and make electricity from it. What a fantastic idea. So now we've got over, there's close to 160 reactors, nuclear reactors worldwide, I believe. 100, it's over 100. I'm not sure how many are still in commission in that, but I believe that the original number total is close to 160. You can look it up online. Does it really matter?
No.
Does it really matter? Okay, well, so let's say there's only 100 there. These are 100 potential Fukushimas. That's exactly what they are, 100 potential Fukushimas. So now here's the thing. Everything pretty much that I read, all the papers that were being put together by the so-called experts, and I have to believe they were experts that I was reading within the first week or two of the Fukushima event, have pretty much all stood the test of time for the last 3 years. The main thing, or the two things was, one, that this was 30,000 times worse than Chernobyl. Interesting. Chernobyl, meaning wormwood in Russian. Wormwood, isn't there a biblical Yeah, a star. A star's a nuclear reactor, and there's Revelation chapter 8, verses 10 and 11, which says that a star falls from heaven and poisons a third of the drinking water, the rivers and fountains. Fountains were the drinking water back then. That's where you went and hauled your water from, the city fountain. It poisoned them. It turned them into wormwood. It made them bitter. And the men drank from them and died. And it's official. It was actually official 6 months ago. 1/3 of the Earth's rivers have been polluted, or I say 1/3 of the Earth's water has been polluted with Fukushima radiation, especially the Pacific Ocean. If you live on the West Coast, I suggest move. Seriously, move. You're facing a double threat. You're facing a threat from Fukushima first, a possible Nibiru event in the beginning of 2016, and the West Coast of the United States has got more earthquakes going off than Carter's got little pills. So you're sitting in a triple threat zone if you're sitting on the West Coast of the United States. Marshall Masters, a friend of mine, who keeps track of Planet X or Nibiru, who used to live in Santa Cruz, California. He recently located to Reno, Nevada. He got off the coast for a reason. You got to believe a man who follows his own advice. But here we're facing these situations, but the biggest one is nuclear radiation. They can't stop that. They said the same week as it went off, I also read it will take them 45 years to develop the technology to put it out. They knew at that time, within a week or so after these reactors went hot, they knew that they were in meltdown. And the experts knew, who were watching this around the world. We pretty much knew that it went into meltdown when it blew the top right off of the one reactor. That was a hydrogen explosion in there.
So with what's going on with Fukushima and the amount of radioactive air there is up in the higher atmosphere, with all the nuclear waste that we have on this planet now, and now with the threat of a Cold War scenario restarting between the United States and Russia.
That's just a showpiece.
Is it?
Yeah, that's just a showpiece.
What do you think is the ultimate goal of the...
Let's take a look at the players, Rob.
Okay.
Okay, let's take a look at Vladimir Putin to begin with. Vladimir Putin has several pictures with every one of the last 3 popes.
Yeah.
He's been kissing Vatican behind for a long time.
Well, so has America.
Yeah, in March, was it March, April? Shucks, it's hard to keep track of all this stuff. But about 6 weeks ago, the Queen was before the Pope on a Thursday. The Thursday before that, it was the Obama before the Pope. So now you've got the Queen of England, essentially the head of the monarchs of Europe, and you have her number one boy, the Obama, and you've got Putin all before the Pope. And they're all Christian countries involved. Think about it.
Oh, okay. I'm not following your logic here.
Well, here's the thing. The Pope's been calling for the end of the debt system for the last year. He just, again, week before, I believe it was Sunday before last, has called for those who have wealth to share it with those who don't.
Mm-hmm.
Because this system of debt that we live under has caused an enslavement of the people. In October, he came out with a 41-page treatise, October 3rd it was, on reformulating the world financial system. Now, as you know, one of the Rothschilds' famous sayings is order out of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
So before you can have a new world order, you have to create the chaos to get to the New World Order.
So are you saying, if I'm understanding you, what you're saying is you've got the Queen of England, President Obama of the United States, and Vladimir Putin in bed together, causing the chaos that will usher in the New World Order?
Ah, the plot thickens now, doesn't it? Watch those players.
All right, stand by, Peter. I think we have to go to a commercial break. Yes, we do. Peter Kling is my special guest of this hour, X Zone Nation. Fascinating topic. www.peterkling.com. That's www.peterkling.com. This is the X Zone, a place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard, Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. Eastern until 2 a.m. Eastern, around the world on the X Zone Broadcast Network. Now, if you'd like to send an email, my email address is xzone@xzoneradiotv.com. Our website is www.xzoneradiotv.com. And, of course, on all social media sites, we tried to keep it as simple as we could. Just X Zone Radio TV. I'll be back on the other side of this news break with Peter Kling as we continue this fascinating talk, as well as getting into the meat of the 2045 initiative. The X Zone with yours truly, Rob McConnell. We'll both be back on the other side of this news break. Don't go away. Are you considering calling a psychic to read your situation? Then consider David Champion, a psychic medium for more than 20 years with thousands of readings under his belt. David Champion will make you feel comfortable. He has proven to be honest and accurate. He's a straight shooter. There's no guesswork. What he sees is what you get. While he is a medium, most of the calls focus on relationships, not only love, but work, school, neighbors, and more. Need help with finding a job and preparing for the interview? Are you dealing with people who are obstacles in your path? For more information, go to davidchampion.com, $1.50 per minute paid by credit card with a minimum of 30 minutes. For your reading with David Champion, call 1-877-702-8598. That's 1-877-702-8598. Now you can dial in to listen to the X Zone Radio Show from anywhere in the world with Rob McConnell 24/7, 365 by dialing 213-401-0080. That's 213-401-0080. If you have a mobile phone or landline, the X Zone Radio Show with Rob McConnell is now at your beck and call at 213-401-0080. That's 213-401-0080, 24/7, 365.
Hi, this is Elizabeth Joyce with Stargazing on the X Zone, the week of May 5th through May 11th, 2014. A favorable trine between willful Sun and the intense Pluto gives us the power to transform the darkest reaches of our unconscious minds into the light of love. Because Pluto, the planet of transformation, is connecting with the Sun in Taurus, you can indulge in new ways of thinking and see things not for what they are, but for what they could be. unlimited realities. On Cinco de Mayo, Monday, the moon is in Leo, which really knows how to throw a party. The cosmic ups and downs of recent months begin to even out as May delivers a dose of steady Taurus energy. Mercury slides into Gemini on Wednesday, where it enjoys the status of the favorite sun. Sales, marketing, and social networking will be busting with new ways to connect that have never been tried before. Change can cause conflict. Conflict brings about change. This is a time in the cycle of human affairs when things need stirring up and when the hint of dramatic change is in the air, especially with politics. In order to succeed, revolutionary change must be in alignment with certain unchanging natural laws. The process must begin at the right moment, gather support from a broad base of people, be guided by sincere and capable leadership, and, most important of all, must address a real need. The strength of the focus of change will always be in proportion to the urgency of the need being championed. This is true whether the revolution is in government, in business, in education, or in one's personal affairs. Revolutionary change points a time when chaos arises from order. It is important to realize that not all order is good and not all chaos is bad. Chaos, in fact, is an integral part of the way things, as any parent in modern science will confirm, happen. Have the courage to radically change and renew the way you present yourself. In this way, you can summon chaos to your cause, and you will unleash a new power on your behalf. If engaging in a negotiation, change the rules. If composing a piece of music, add the unexpected. If courting a lover, dare to be unconventional. Saturday brings obstacles as you really want change as well as to be loved. The moon is in Libra for Mother's Day. There are numerous ongoing challenges all that day, so don't allow obstacles and hurts from the past to be reignited. Just go with the flow and plan to call it an early evening.
For more information on Elizabeth Joyce, visit her website at www.new-visions.com, and Elizabeth is available to do one-on-one consultations around the world via Skype. Peter Kling is my special guest. Always great having Peter with us. And Peter, before we went to the break, we were talking about how, everybody's going to see the Pope and how basically we're looking at the ushering in of the New World Order. 2016, we have the planet Nibiru, and then 2045, the 2045 initiative that we were starting to talk about at the beginning of the hour.
Yeah.
How does this all play out, Peter? Because, there seems to be a lot going on. And what's the ultimate goal of all this nefarious, of all these nefarious acts that are going on? What is the hidden agenda?
Do you remember the $6 million man?
I sure do.
We can rebuild him.
Yeah.
We can make him better.
Mm-hmm.
We can make him faster.
Mm-hmm.
But he was still human.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's the situation. Regardless of what is going on, Fukushima ain't going to go away.
Yeah.
If the proverbial world came to an end tomorrow, Fukushima is going to be still burning the day after. And so that is a problem long term. It's a problem short term, but it's a problem even longer term. It's a problem for our unborn children. It's a problem for our grandchildren. You see, because now each generation is going to grow up in a more nuclear irradiated environment, and we're bound to see some really horrendous stillborn mutants.
Like we're seeing over in the Middle East, where depleted uranium was used.
has been used, yes, and has gotten into the water supply, and now we're seeing mutant kids that are just horrific. Absolutely horrific. That the whole Middle East is just where they use this depleted uranium. How do you deplete uranium? It's still uranium.
Yeah.
So it's insane. So is that it? We were sitting here on a nuclear time bomb, waiting to go off all the way around us. What is the future? Well, we got to address this. We got to address this technologically, because we don't believe in God. But so here's the agenda. 2015 to 2020, the emergence and widespread use of affordable Android avatars controlled by a brain-computer interface. So you can kind of start getting, sit down and put on a helmet and have